This is the final video in the series on solving the Rubik's Mini, or the 2x2 cube. If you're at this point, you should have your white side solved. All of your corners should match up like that. We also have already solved our yellow face, and we're trying to get the corners up here to match the colors on the sides as well. So we're nearing the end. In my last video, we had we're looking for the corners that are correct, so they line up here. So like these don't match, none of these are matching. So I want to turn this yellow layer until I have an edge that matches. So if you look where I turned one time here, I can see that this one does not match, okay, and this one does match. So I know that this red and blue is in the correct place. This one does not match, and this one here does match. My green and oranges are lined up. So that means I have diagonal corners. Okay, this corner is correct and this corner is correct. So I have diagonals. So what I want to do in this very last part is to put my diagonal corner that's correct in my front right corner and also my back left corner. But as long as you have one up here, you should be good. And we're going to do the same algorithm that we used when we had adjacent corners, when we had the two that were correct right next to each other. Again, my yellow's on top, white on bottom, and I have my correct corner that is lining up here. Okay, and I'm going to swap these two, which is how I'm going to solve the cube. So I'm going to follow these again, maybe a little faster than my last video. I'm going to move that down to the right, move my front face once to the right, okay, right invert or right prime toward me, 2 back moves, so 1, 2, okay, then I have a right, then I have a front, so I'm going to hold my back and move my front once to the right. Okay, right inverted, that means toward me. I have 2 back moves, so I'm going to hold the front and move the back twice. Okay, now I have 2 right moves, 1, 2, and then it says to move my up face to the right. Okay, so notice we are actually back to the very last video where, as you notice, I have these correct corners. Okay, but really if you look, that means I only have 1. So I always have to move this yellow layer until I have 2. Okay, until I have 2 correct corners. I think I see I have these 2 red. If you look here, if I line them up with red, my cube is almost solved. Okay, what I did was I went from diagonal back to the adjacent. So you could go right back to this video and watch how I did that to solve, or I'm just gonna go ahead and solve this one again with you guys. So again, now we are back to my last video where I have adjacent corners, which means they're right next to each other and they line up. If you remember, I should hold those in the back. The correct 2 are in the back, yellow on top. Okay, my incorrect 2 are in the front, white is on bottom. So yellow on top, correct 2 in back is all you really need to know. We're gonna do this final step again and it should be solved. So right, front, right invert, back, back, right, front, right, back, back, right, right, and up. And as you can see, I have solved my Rubik's Mini, okay? So remember that on that one, we had diagonals that were correct. We had to get them to be adjacent, right next to each other. And then we held those in the back and followed the same directions again. So sometimes you get to skip that step and you have adjacent corners. And if you have diagonal, you just have 1 additional step, but we can still solve the cube either way. If you are new to this, solve it at least 10 times before you are ready for the 3x3. But a lot of this is about knowing how to read the guide and knowing kind of which order to do everything in. But you have solved your first cube, hopefully. So sometimes you need to rewatch the videos. And again, I will link this video below. It does say here, youcandothecube.com/educators/teach-to-solve. Or maybe you might be able to scan this barcode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these.